Hello YouTube, welcome to another MMD PMD tutorial, and this one's pretty much for people who are like very new to PMD. I'm going to show you how to load up an accessory or an X file stage, a PMD or PMX stage. I will also show you how to load up a model, how to have several models on your thing at the same time, and how to load motion and pose data onto your model. So the first thing that I do is I go to File, View, just click Display Coordinate Axis, and I don't like having if you want your shadows on, that's fine, but I generally keep the shadows off, so I'm going to go ahead and click those off as well. Now, you can add a picture background if you want. To do that, you go here and load picture file, or you can load a video in the background. Most people don't use these. If you want to load up a PMD or PMX stage, you come over here to Model Manipulation, and you click Load, and then your stage should come up. So this one, you just click on it, and you click OK, and it should come up any minute. Now I'm saving a video in the background, so it might mess up. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, good, it worked. So yeah, my stage came up. That's not all of it, but that's how you get a PMD or PMX stage up. And if you don't want it anymore, you just come back down to Model Manipulation, and click Delete, and click OK. To load up an X file or an accessory, you actually click Load, and then you click on all the files that are needed for whatever it is you're using. It could be a microphone, it could be a stage, whatever. The next thing that you'd want to do after you've loaded up your stage is come over here to Model Manipulation and click Load. And this is where you want to load up your model now. So I'm going to go ahead and load this up. And you click OK when this comes up. And that's how you get up a model. When the bones aren't like that, you just come right here and click Select. And that'll go off. This model has line thickness, which I hate. So if you don't like that either, you go to View, Thickness of Edge Line, and you can get rid of it, or you can make it thicker if you want. You can also change the color of it too. I have effects. I'm not going to go through it on this because I have a video about this already. So I'm going to go ahead and put an effect on my model since I like effects on them. And there's that. And sorry, my video is done. If you want another model, you do the same process, load. Let's get a Luca, I guess. Same thing, press OK. I'm going to press select. I'm going to load up an effect on her really fast. And so obviously, see they're on top of each other. What you have to do is she needs to be moved, of course. So what you do is you go on their mother bone, and you'll notice the mother bone if these light up. You go ahead and move it to wherever you want. So I'll just move it right here for now. And after you've put it where you want it, you have to click Register. If you do not click Register, it will zoom right back to where it was when you load something on it. So make sure you click Register in your bone manipulation. Do not forget that. She also has this stupid line thickness on her, so I'm going to take that off as well. Okay. So the next thing after you've loaded up all the models you want, or just the single one, which I am just going to work with a single one, so get that out of the way. You can start loading poses and motions onto it. So to do that, you come up here to File, and make sure this right here is on your model's name, or it won't let you add anything on. To go to File, you go to Load Pose Data, and you go, if you have a pose already, great. If not, go download some. Click on it, and your model should immediately go into the pose. Excuse me. And if you click and you find you don't like it, you can press this delete button right here, and it should go back right to the way it was. Then you can go back and say, oh, I'm going to try this one. And if you like that one more, perfect, you can do that. Normally, to do a pose, people want to take pictures of them. So to do that, you go File, Render to Picture File, It comes here. I would definitely save it in PNG because it will come out in better quality. So type blah, 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 press save, and then there you go. And of course you can change the camera angle with that if you want to. So, like for example, if you did want to do that, you could like zoom it in and put it up like this and turn it. And if you want, you can even, this right here is facial manipulation. You can change your eyes to make her look happy. There, you make your tongue stick out, and makes little blushes, and then you can save your picture like that. So yeah, those are totally up to you. So click delete if you want to start over on it. Now to load motion data, you go to load motion data. So you have to download some if you don't have some. I'll just click on this. So you just click your motion, click OK, and then the motion file should come up, and you'll know when it does. The next thing you want to do is come back to model manipulation, click this, go to camera light accessory, because if you have a camera, you can go ahead and load that. So go back to file, load motion data, and click on your camera if you have one. So that's the camera for this. If you want to test it right now, go for it. You come over here to view and push play, and you can see if you like the way that looks. And of course, if it doesn't have a camera data, you can always make it, but I'm not going to show that in this video. The last thing that you can do is go to File, Load Wave File, and if you have the wave for your song, you can go ahead and load that up as well. Sometimes these are a little bit tricky because they can be off, and if it loads up, it'll be right here. But yeah, that's the only bad thing with that. And if your physics are causing you trouble, like if it's slowing you down, like when you're trying to test it, just come up here to physical operation and click no calculation. It'll make all that stuff stop. So yes, after you get this, go to file, then the load wave, load that up. Then you can go play wave with frame or do not play it with the frame. I always push play wave with frame. So you can come over here, push play, and then watch it. So yeah, this song, as you can see, was off very, very, very slightly. So that, like I said, that can be a little bit of a problem. So obviously, if you're going to want to save this at some point, what you do is first you have to figure out exactly where this motion ends, which I assume was right there. Okay, it was. So this motion ends at 5,641, and to do that, you just you click this one because it'll go to the last thing for you. After you have figured out what that is, you go to File, Render to AVI file, save it as whatever. Or save it as whatever. Save. This should come up. You have to do recording from 0 to, in this case, 5,641. You can output the wave if you want, if it's in time. So in this case, I would not want to do that. And then come down here. You always want to save it as SynPack codec by radius, because that will save the video in decent quality. And after you do that, you just click OK, and then it'll start rendering the video for you. You have to wait for a little bit, but then after that, your video will be ready to go. So that's all I'm going to show in this video. If you guys have any questions about any of that stuff where I went too fast, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, and stay tuned for the next video where I might show how to make your own camera data and motion data, post data, etc.